Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another round of the Gauntlet. It's Friday, and you know what that means. We are going through and trying to see how far we can get before the party either gets to another sanctuary or gets wiped out entirely. Joining us today, we have RJ as Lontiel.
Hey, good Friday, everyone.
We have Carrie as Lilith.
Hey, everybody.
We have James as Vom.
My life, the blood I spill, my death, Volgrumsh.
And we have Josh as Crom.
Crom is ready to crush once again.
As always, I am your GM, Scott, and before we get going, we've got a couple quick announcements. First and foremost is this week's charity shout-out. So this week, we are shouting out the Audre Lorde Project. The Audre Lorde Project is a lesbian, gay, bisexual, two-spirit, trans, and gender non-conforming people of color center for community organizing, focusing in the New York area. They focus on education, capacity building, community wellness, and progressive and social economic justice. They do a lot of great work. If you would like more information on them, they are listed in our blurb below. It's down there. Really great charity, and you should give them a look. In addition, we also now have, let me make sure I've got all my stuffs pulled up. Actually, I think that's really it. I have to give a, well, I don't have to, but I want to, but I kind of have to, give a big thank you to all of our patrons out there. It's because of you guys that we are able to grow at our just increased speed. It is amazing. One really quick blurb about it for us is that we actually just did a total revamp of our Patreon. We have redone it so that there's a lot of cool new things that you can get for being a part of our patronage, including the battle maps that we are using here in the Gauntlet. So if you're interested in getting those, you can head on over to our Patreon, check out the other cool things that you can get. If you are currently a patron of ours, I'd suggest going over and see what you're able to get now, because there's new stuff in there. That's enough about our own promotion. We know what you all want. It is time to get into the chaos that is the Gauntlet. Players, are you ready?
Whew. Born to be.
Born ready.
So, let's go ahead and lead on in. When last we met our heroes, shall we say, you had been taken down by the giant crabs. You'd gotten very far and had an amazing trudge into the Gauntlet, but the giant crabs were enough to finally take you down. Also, however, you were able to have the chest in the center of the sanctuaries unlocked. And now, with that being done, I think it is fair to let you all know, I mean, you found out last week that people are now able to donate bits. Our viewers are able to donate bits and give you guys gold to buy cool new things. In addition, for any of you viewers out there who might be joining us for the first time, you also have channel points, or as we call them, inspiration points, that you can spend to throw at the players and just give them a cool bonus. But players, you now have access to buy a myriad of items, and currently have, I believe, 235 gold. Now, two things of interest that I want to let you know are also available for you to purchase that are not normally something that you will find. They are unique to the Gauntlet. You are able to purchase the soul shards that are here in the base on the floor that you can spend to bring your character back in a new body. These are expensive, but should you use all three, you will have the ability to buy more. However, more importantly, I think you should know, you can also purchase a Tome of Experience. Basically, for 100 gold, you will get 100 experience points divided, well, actually, no, not divided. It is 100 experience points per character. So should you ever find yourselves at a place that you are not able to progress any farther and just need that extra level, you are able to pick that up as well. Speaking of levels, you all have leveled up from level 1 to level 2. And I believe we've done most everything offline. First off, congratulations. But the one thing that we have yet to do, we wanted to make sure that our audience was here for it, was to roll your health. So let's go ahead, get those hit dice rolled, and may luck be in your favor.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
that's terrible.
All right. Lilith, what'd you get?
3.
A 3. Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah.
Montiel?
That's a 7 on the die, plus 3 for my Constitution score, bringing up to me additional 10 health points.
Oh, yeah. Plus the Constitution would be 2, so 5.
All right. All right. So not as bad. Not as bad. Let's go ahead and Vom. What'd you get?
I rolled a 7 with my Constitution modifier, giving me an additional 9 hit points.
Very nice. And Crom the Crusher?
Crom rolled a measly 5 on the D12. But with his constitution, that is 8 additional hit points.
All right. Well, I think that is definitely going to help your chances progressing farther. Now, before we progress farther, would you like to buy anything?
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right. What are you all thinking?
I
The obvious, really.
think health potions shall be needed.
Okay. All right.
Make it a round.
Around one
Yes.
one for everyone. All right. 4 health
Yes,
potions
please.
all around. That is going to be 200 gold from your coffer, leaving you at 35. But you now have 4 health potions. And it is up to you. You can divide them up however you would like. For everyone watching at home, according to Gauntlet rules, once the party is wiped out and comes back to this room, these health potions will reappear in the chest in the center. So they're not losing out every time they die. We want to be somewhat fair. So how would you like to divide those out, do you think?
Shall we be equitable? Take 1 each?
1 apiece.
Might as well. I don't expect to use mine, though. At least while I'm raging.
That's fair. All right. Goodness gracious. That was quick. CBC 4301 has redeemed Agent of Chaos for 2,500 inspiration points, meaning that we will spin the Chaos Wheel. We are not in combat yet. So
Yes, chaos!
that's gonna be the opening
Going
moment.
for this.
So with that, are you all prepared to move into the gauntlet?
Even more so now.
Let us do this.
All right. So progressing forwards, you step out of the sanctuary into an area that you are all rather familiar with at this point. You find yourselves in the city streets. With up ahead, you notice 2 bandits. Let me make sure I get the framing on this right for our audience at home. There we go, that'll work. Wait, a little bit more. OCD, guys. There we go. All right, 2 bandits ahead of you with their scimitars, just rubbing their palms up against it, and they look up and they go, oh, I remember this. And we're going to, oh, hey, Zagmeister, thank you for the subscription. And now with the subscription, y'all may notice that we've got some emotes that you can use in the chat. In particular, we have an animated shrub. So, top of the round would normally be Crom the Crusher. However, we are going to go ahead and spin that Chaos Wheel. Hold on, I gotta find. There's a particular way that I need to do this. Hold for tech.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I am uttering a prayer to Grumsh that it's something good.
Spinning the wheel.
Crom is salivating.
Longevity. Longevity. And this, I should point out that this was done to Crom. So longevity, this is a good benefit. For 1 minute, the target regains 5 hit points at the start of their turn. So Crom, for the next minute, you will be regaining 5 hit points at the start of your turn.
Thank you, CBC.
Right then, Crom, in you go. Get stuck in.
So with that, Crom, you are up first. what would you like to do?
All right. Crom is feeling very energetic. He is ready to rock and roll. He will move forward as far as he can. He will pull his shield and his javelin, remembering what happened last time, ready to block any arrow coming his way. He winds up the javelin and hurls it at this bandit.
Alrighty, so go ahead and roll that attack for me.
That is a soft 20.
A soft 20 to hit the bandit. Yeah, no, you are more than good. Go ahead and roll that damage.
That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage right off the bat. Goodness gracious, Crom. And just to reiterate, that was the one directly in front of you, yes?
That's correct.
Alrighty. Cool. 7 points of damage to that bandit. Anything else from you, Crom?
That will do it for now.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to Lilith.
All right, seeing Crom have some success, I'm going to move up right behind him. Hopefully he blocks anything that goes my way. I'm a little squishy.
Happy to help.
And I am going to gather up some frost in my hands and put it at that guy.
Alrighty. So, casting your Ray of Frost, yes?
Yes,
Alright, go ahead and roll that attack.
that is 24.
24 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 4 points of damage.
4 points of frost damage. And I'm sorry, I was working on tech again. That was which one?
That's this guy.
Alrighty. So, as you release forth your Ray of Frost, it catches them right in the chest, and you can see that the frost extends out. They appear to be slowed, but they are still standing. Anything else from you?
Yes, for my bonus action, I am going to cast Bardic Inspiration. And since Crom's next to me, I'll give it to Crom.
All right, so Crom, you now have a D6 of Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you, Lilith.
Of course.
Alrighty. Lilith, anything else from you?
That is it.
That is it. Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Lontiel.
All right. I would like to advance following my friends, knowing that these bandits travel in packs. My full movement here. Come on. Nope. Up to the corner of this building.
All right.
And I would like to make a ranged spell attack at this bandit on the left. Once again, drawing my spear through the dirt, grinding up any type of vegetation and plants that might be potted near these buildings here, drawing it in a circle and sending out a nice magical green whip of thorny roots here.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that attack.
Thorn whip gets a that's cocked. That's going to be a 15 to hit.
15, you are good.
All right. So as it wraps around him, as it wraps around his wrist and in his shoulder, deals 4 points of piercing damage, and he is pulled 10 feet closer.
4 points of piercing damage, and he is pulled 10 feet closer. And this was the one to the left? Yeah, alrighty. 10. And 4 points of damage. Alright, so as the whip catches him by the arm, he is pulled forward, and he's still looking pretty alright. And that's actually going to bring us to their turn. This first bandit here is going to... he can only move 15 feet because of the layer of ice that is coating him. Seeing that he's unable to move too much at all, he is going to drop his scimitar and pull out his light crossbow, and he is going to shoot off an attack at you, Crom. And that is going to be a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and that
Just
is
barely.
going to be 4 points of piercing damage as a bolt comes and catches you in the arm. It's not the worst, but certainly does hurt. This one up here is 10, 15, 20, 25 is going to come with the momentum that you gave him, Lantil. He is going to rush forward and attack you with his scimitar, and that is going to be a 15 to hit, so he is unable to do so. As he comes at you, you definitely move out of the way. Bringing us to, as I'm sure everyone guessed, the bandit on the roof here taking a shot at you, Lantil. And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That'll do it.
All right. And that is going to be 3 points of piercing damage as you see the bolt just very quickly come in and catch you in the upper shoulder area. And that's going to do it for the bandits, which is going to bring us to Vom.
The machine of war is slow and grinding and decisive, just like Vom Stigabashi. And so he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 30 feet up to here. And I'm going to try and run him through with my spear.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Oh, not great. I'll be a 14.
14 is actually going to do it.
Ah, excellent. Right, so... Oh, that first strike, that'll be 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage on this bandit here, and that is actually... Oh, no, actually, all right. So as you run forward and jab right in with your spear, you catch him right in the ribs, and he coughs up a little bit of blood, but he's still standing.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to use my War Cleric feature, and I'm going to use my bonus action to attack him again. Finish him.
All right.
16.
16 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 piercing damage.
7 piercing. As you see him buckle over and blood comes coughing out of his mouth, you pull back, and he has a moment to look up as you jab the spear right under his chin in his throat, and he falls to the ground, dead.
Witness the fury of the one-eyed god.
Anything else from you, Vom?
Oh, I'm quite happy with that, actually.
As you should be. Bringing us back to the top of the round, Crom the Crusher.
Way to show them how it's done, Vom. Crom looks where the crossbow bolt nicked his arm and feels the longevity surge through his body as the wound heals and closes over itself. He pulls out his flail and marches up very slowly, deliberately, swinging, winding up as he goes. That is 21 to hit with the flail.
A 21 most definitely hits with your flail. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
And that is maximum damage, 12.
12 points of damage. This gentleman who was already on the cusp of death is smashed in the head, and you hear that familiar crunching sound of skull as it shatters and he falls to the ground lifeless. Anything else from you, Crom?
Crom would like to look to that last bandit and say, I'll show you what's what, come at me!
Alrighty. Bringing us to Lilith. What would you like to do?
I'm going to gather this frost in my hands and throw it at the bandit who attacked my friend.
All right, Ray of Frost for the win.
Can't read that. That's it's a 3, so it doesn't hit. 9.
All right, 9, yes, unfortunately is not going to do it. As you bring your Ray of Frost shooting forward, it actually catches the building beneath him, the ledge of the roof, and he seems to be safe. Anything else from you, Lilith?
Lantil, would you like some bardic inspiration?
I wouldn't mind a little Friday evening inspiration for the rest of our adventure.
Grabbing my flute, I play a couple notes and give Lantil some inspiration.
Alrighty. that is then going to bring us to Lonteal. It is your turn. And also, Emmy the Odd has redeemed Adrenaline Surge for the follower of the One-Eye God. So, Vom, you will have an Adrenaline Surge coming up.
Just exactly what he needs. All right. Seeing this sneak on top of the building here, I would like to shout, "Hey, come down and play!" I will once more send my Thorn Whip to grapple him, and hopefully pull him down on level with all of us.
All right, let's see it happen.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does hit. Oh, goodness. Roll damage.
All right, that is going to be max damage, 6 points of piercing damage. That's it. Whoosh.
6
Grab
points of
his
piercing
throat.
damage. So as you lash your whip around, you actually catch him by the neck. And there's actually a brief recollection to last week when pretty much this exact thing happened. You pull, and as he falls, you feel the tautness of the vine. And there's a scream as he falls to the ground, and as he hits, you hear and the screams stop. He is dead. As this happens, Lonteal, anything else from you on your turn?
That'll finish my turn.
That will finish your turn. As your turn ends, you all feel your feet pulled out from under you, and you find yourselves in the very familiar clearing of the Bloodhawks.
I hate Bloodhawks.
5 of these blood-red hawks perched, looking at you. Their beady eyes immediately turn as you enter into the field. And I believe in the initiative order, yes, it is their turn.
That's good. Crom is not raging yet.
So this Bloodhawk is going to fly over to you and is going to take an attack against you, Crom. He does not have advantage. That is going to be a 16 to hit, which is just your armor class. Oh, is it?
With the shield, I'm at an 18.
All right, 18 with your shield. So that is unable to hit. This second Bloodhawk up here is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, is just able to get to you. And because of his pack tactics, is going to make an attack for an 18 to hit. And that is going to be 5 points of piercing damage as this Bloodhawk flies down and pecks at you. This Bloodhawk here is going to come down and can only make it right here. He will not be making an attack on this turn. 15, 20.
They grew.
This one here is coming at you, Vom, and is going to take an attack. He is within 5 feet of his ally, so it is going to be on an advantage. That is going to be a 22 to hit, giving you 6 points of piercing damage as this Bloodhawk comes screeching through and pierces right into you with its beak. And this last one over here is going to just saunter on over and follow suit. That is going to be another 23 to hit.
That one also hits.
I'm sorry, he rolled max damage on that. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage on that second attack.
Very well.
Which is going to then bring us to Vom on your turn.
Right, well, that's rather changed my plan for what I was going to be doing there. As much as I appreciate the fact that these creatures have blood in their name, I'm starting to like them a bit less. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Alrighty.
Which, alright, means I recover 8 hit points.
Very nice.
And, for me, that's all I'll be doing this turn.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Crom the Crusher, which, thanks to Lazy Gothy, you have gained an adrenaline surge.
Beautiful. Thank you, Lazy Gothy. I was going to make these attacks reckless, but now I don't have to. Instead, Crom would like to shout to the heavens, "Crom hates Bloodhawks!" and begin 2 rage.
Yes.
He then pulls his battle axe from his hip and makes an attack.
All right, let's see that attack.
That is 14 to hit.
A 14 to hit this
With
Bloodhawk.
advantage. Beautiful. Oh, that was a natural 1. Thank you, lazy guy.
Lucky, a 14 is going to do it. So go ahead and roll that damage.
For those who don't know, a battle axe is a versatile weapon, but I am using it one-handed. So this is a 1d8.
All right.
And that is 6 plus my 4 for my strength plus my 2 for my rage is 12. points of
12.
damage.
And is that the one to your right or the one directly in front of you?
To, let's say, the one directly in front of me.
All right. And that is more than enough to take this Bloodhawk down in one fell swoop.
Also, with the coursing longevity, Crom is back to full health once again.
You are indeed. And that is, I believe, 3 turns down. You've got another 7 rounds of this free health.
Yes.
Loves chaos.
Bringing us to Lilith. You are up next.
Pull out my rapier and I stab the stupid Bloodhawk next to me. I hate Bloodhawks.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
That's 12.
A 12 is just enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage. As the rage of your hatred of Bloodhawks comes over you, feeling, a little bit of external rage seeping off of Crom, you pull out your rapier and have just enough focus to hit it.
It's 3 points of damage.
All right, dealing 3 points of damage to this Blood Raven. Anything else from you, Lilith?
That is it for now.
Alrighty, bringing us now back to Lonteal. You are up.
Alright, seeing the fray begin to scurry, seeing how many foes I have, I draw my shield and my spear together. The sigil of the Golgari spider on my front begins to glow a bright green, and a silver specks start to emanate as my circle of the moon druid friends channel it into me, and I transform into a dire wolf.
Okay, let me make sure I've got my wolf images here. I might not have them.
New trick. I like that one.
Dire wolves are Lilith's friends. I like this one.
How did I not have this one prepped and ready to go?
I can pick another beast if that.
No. I don't want to take away your ability to become a wolf, much less a dire wolf. All right, so let's see here. Voink. Now, as you do so, the dire wolf is a larger size category here. So I'm gonna say that you taking up the spot where you are, this is going to push Crom over here, Lilith over here, and Vom over here, as you now take the form of a dire wolf.
Alright, I would like to use a portion of my movement to travel.
Oh, let me give you control of this. There you go. You should have control over that now.
Right, let me see if I can do this properly with these fancy controls. So I'm here. I would like to move here.
Okay. And
Going in a circular southern route.
Circular southern route. You are able to do so. Unfortunately, you will be leaving the area of effect of this Bloodhawk, his attack range.
Sure.
So it will get an attack of opportunity on you, natural 20.
It's fine.
Do you hear that, Ben? Our lovely mod, record another nat 20 for the evil game master. That'll be 6 points of piercing damage.
Alright, that's fine.
Ugh.
Shrug it off, and I would like to make a bite attack on this tasty little morsel there.
All right, go ahead and do so, and I believe at advantage,
Yes.
because you are now flanking, and also thanks to Zagmeister, you have also been given an adrenaline surge,
Excellent.
so you'll have that coming up here in a bit.
All right, here we go. On advantage, that is going to be. Double check my new stats. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Excellent. That is going to be 7 plus 3, so 10 points of piercing damage.
Whew, Druid, what happened? 10 points of piercing damage as in the course of 6 seconds you see Lonteal, her form, go from this bipedal lizard to suddenly this massive wolf and skirt around the outside of the Bloodhawks, leap up and paw one out of the sky, poof, onto the ground and just take a bite out of it, decapitating it. It is gone.
I would like to
You
look
can't teach a new
into
dog.
the eyes of this Bloodhawk here and snarl, drool dripping down and blood dripping down from my maw.
Oh, nice. All right, that is going to bring us to the Bloodhawks, which... Let me double check there. They're not that intelligent. I would just like to say, good job, you guys. Nice strategy of making sure none of them have allies nearby. They won't be making these attacks on advantage. This one...
You learn new tricks too.
The one down here is going to be attacking you, Vom, and that is going to be a... Actually, no, it's going to attack you, Lonteal, because that was a little terrifying. It's going to peck back at you. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage. The one directly in front of you, Vom, is going to make an attack against you, and that's going to be a 4 to hit. That's not going to do much of anything.
No, it will not.
And Crom, the one that you have between yourself and Lilith, is going to take an attack against you. That's going to be a 23 to hit, and that will
That'll
be
hit, for sure.
3 points of piercing damage as it pecks.
Reduced from the rage.
That is going to be reduced from the rage, so that is going to be, I believe, 2 points of piercing damage coming at you. Nicely done. So, that's now going to bring us to Vom.
Wolves and dire wolves are favoured beasts of Crunch. This turn of events pleases me. I'm going to stab through the air at the Bloodhawk that's directly in front of me. And I still have the adrenaline surge, yes?
Yes, you do still have an adrenaline surge. And actually, on that note, thank you to Manic Pixie Travel for giving an adrenaline surge to Lilith.
Marvellous. Right, attack against the Bloodhawk. Oh, it's not very good. It's a 9.
9, was that with the adrenaline surge?
Oh, no, it wasn't.
There we go. There we go.
Much better. 16.
16. That's actually going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage to the Bloodhawk that is directly in front of you. It is looking quite nasty as you spear at it. Still up and about, but...
Well, in that case, I'm going to use my class feature again to use a bonus action to attack it with my spear.
Oh, go ahead and do.
15.
15 is also going to hit. Go ahead and roll that sweet, sweet damage.
7 points of piercing damage.
Pluck that chicken.
So, with your spear in 2 very quick motions, you just get it, and it flies out of the sky. Gone. Dead. Well done, sir. Well done, Vom.
You fought bravely, little chicken.
Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you, Emmy the Odd, for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. That was how nice of you.
Hey!
Hey.
Yeah.
Right.
Fest is among us. Alrighty, that is then going to bring us back to the top of the round with Crom.
Crom looks to Vorm and says, "For such a large orc, I am quite impressed by your speed. Perhaps Groomp should smile upon me someday as he smiles upon you." And he turns and swings his battle axe at the Bloodhawk between him and Lilith.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that attack. And yeah, you're on advantage because of the flanking.
Well, that's an 18.
18 is going to do it. Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
And that is 14 points of damage with the battle axe.
Crom, jeez, as you cut this bird in half, it goes down as well. Anything else you'd like to do? you mighty.
I would like to look satisfied at a job well done.
Perfect. As Crom just cleaves this Bloodhawk in half, the axe just digging into the ground, just kind of has a moment of, all right, that is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up, and reminder, you have an adrenaline surge. Also, really quick, to make sure that we do some more housekeeping, Crom, you still have your longevity up. You are 4 turns down, and Lontiel and Crom also both still have a
Adrenaline surge.
Bardic Inspiration.
Ah, yes.
Bardic Inspiration.
All right,
Right.
so Lilith, you are up.
Come, that was beautiful. I shall move here, and again with a flourish of my rapier, try to stab the thing out of the air.
Alrighty, stabbing the thing out of the air with your rapier. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. On advantage because of adrenaline surge.
That's good, because the first roll was a 13. Ah, that's better. 15?
15 is going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage is just enough to take the final Bloodhawk down out of the sky.
Not so tough now, are you, Bloodhawks?
Wow, guys, level 2 has some great things in store for us. Lilith, anything else from your turn?
No, I am good.
Alrighty, so with that, you all feel the ground pulled out from under you once again, and you find yourselves in the sandy desert, where ahead of you you see, again, something that you are quite familiar with now, 2 camels, as if on a convoy going through the sand. They turn to look at you as you enter into the arena, and with Lilith, the last one up, that is going to bring us to Lontiel, who, let me go ahead and adjust this. Every time, wolf. All right, Lontiel, you are up.
Excellent. I've tasted blood and I want to get deep into the fray. I will move my 50 feet of movement to this camel here on the left.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Take a chomp out of its hindquarters.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Adrenaline surge, I believe.
Yep, you do have an adrenaline surge.
All right. That's going to be no. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
All right.
So that's going to bring it up to 17 to hit.
17 does hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
Excellent. That's going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and seeing as it is relevant to this turn, the creature must succeed on a DC 13 strength save or be knocked prone.
All right, so on its strength save, it does roll a 14. So just barely makes it. So as you rush towards this camel and take a bite right out of its neck, you try to take it down, but it is unable to do so. Could you remind me again the amount of damage that you had dealt?
5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage to the camel. Excellent. That is then going to bring us... actually, this is going to bring us to Vom.
Ah, for once Vom is faster than his foe. Right. Grumsh feels no pity for these smelly beasts. I'm going to run forward my full movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to chuck my spear at the camel on the right.
All right, as you rush forward, you toss your spear into the air to re-catch it into a throwing position. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Ah, 15.
A 15 is actually enough to do it on this camel. That's it. So go ahead and roll damage for me.
points of piercing damage. I aim directly for the hump.
6 points of piercing damage as you chuck your spear through the air. It catches into the hump and sticks out slightly, as if going into a fleshy dartboard. Camel is still standing, however. Anything else from you, Vom?
No, I'm going to make sure I draw my hammer to finish the job.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to the camels. The one that you have attacked, Lontil. Attacked. I'm doing great today, guys. Wow, how are my words?
Word.
Words are hard.
I have caffeine in here that's supposed to be helping me. Lontil, the one that you attacked, is going to attack you in return, and that is going to be a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is going to be 3
That
points
long neck.
of bludgeoning damage as it takes a it bites into you, but its teeth are all rather blunted, so you feel a deep crushing on your bones, but that does not pierce. And this other one is
Got me
actually
in the ear.
going to come at you, Vom, and is going to take an attack off at you, and that is going to be a 23 to hit.
These camels are oddly skillful.
Yeah, they're rolling pretty high, and that's only going to be 3 points of bludgeoning damage to you, as it too takes a blunt bite at you.
My blood for Groomship matters not. What draws it?
Alrighty, with the camels done, that is going to bring us to the top of the round with Crom.
Crom is going to pull out his battle axe. He still has his shield out, so he's wielding it one-handed. Moves up next to his ally, Vom. Swings the battle axe, attempting to cleave for the neck. That is... Oh, do I have adrenaline surge?
Nope, I believe we are all out of adrenaline surges.
All right, then I will use my Bardic Inspiration. That is 14 to hit.
14 to hit is just barely not enough. As you rush forward to this creature, it, you're unfamiliar with the creatures of this variety and not quite sure where to attack. And in the moment that you go to swing, you just miss entirely. Anything else from you, sir?
Crom would like to spit at the camel.
You spit at the camel. Let's see. See what happens if it gets back to its turn while it's still alive. Lilith, you are up.
I am going to move here, which is my maximum distance, and I'm going to try to freeze the one that is attacking Montiel.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Math hard. 13.
13. Unfortunately, as you cast forward your ray of frost, you didn't put quite enough energy into it, and the heat of the environment just takes it away, and it does not reach the camel.
Ah, damn deserts.
Anything else from you, Lilith?
That is it. I'm still holding my rapier.
All right, that is going to bring us to Lontil, our wolf.
I would like to return favor to this camel here and bite it back, this time aiming for its throat.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me another attack for that bite.
That will be a 14 to hit.
14 to hit, unfortunately, is not going to do it. As you attack into your first attack from at the throat, you attempted to push it over. You rear back, and when going in again, it pushes you away with its head. That's gonna do it.
Seem to have slipped a little bit at the stand. I just would like to use my movement to position myself here.
Alrighty. You have repositioned yourself. You anything else from you, sir?
That will finish my turn.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Vom. Really quick, I am seeing in the chat, yes, Lilith did use her adrenaline surge in the last room. Why am I looking over here? In the last room when fighting the last of the Bloodhawks. Alrighty. Yes, Vom, you are up, sir.
Right, clearly these camels have studied some form of the art of defense, but that will be no match for a strong and powerful offense as I move around to flank him and try and bonk him on the head with my hammer and finish the job.
All right, go ahead and attack this camel that has apparently taken 1 level in monk.
21.
A 21 will hit this camel.
Yeah. That's a hit.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8 points of bludgeoning damage to this camel. You are able... Man, it goes down quite suddenly. And really quick, thank you so much to CBC for redeeming the adrenaline surge for Crom. All right, Vom, anything else from you?
No, I shall remain where I am.
Alrighty, that is then going to bring us to the camels. The one that you spat at is dead, so nothing's going to happen from that. However, Lontiel, the one that is directly in front of you, is going to take an attack at you, and with a natural 1, is going to miss drastically. As it goes to take a bite at you, you jump to the side, and it takes a very nice chunk out of this desert sand.
I could pee on it if I could.
Well, we'll see if we can get you to an action. Crom, you are up next.
Crom. You see the bloodlust leave Crom's eyes as he seems to regain his senses. Crom is no longer raging. But he'd still like to move up next to Lontiel in wolf form and attack with his battle axe.
All right. Really quick, Crom, how long does rage last?
Rage ends if Crom does not either take damage or do damage between his turn.
Do you have to do damage, or do you just have to make an attack?
It is whether you are attacked or make an attack. It is not taking or dealing damage.
Oh,
Yeah, so you're still good to go.
Oh, thank you, GM. Crom is still raging. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, missing that camel really pissed Crom off. So, here we go. Not good again.
But I believe, Crom, you still had an adrenaline surge from CBC. So
I rolled a 3, so let's hope this one's better. Not much better. It's a 4.
a 4, unfortunately, is not pointed to it. So
Only a
Crom,
10.
having feeling the rage subsiding, but then going, "No, I'm still angry," and rushing forward, it took it out of you a little bit, and you just see red, and you miss blindly. Anything else from you,
Running
Crom?
on sand is difficult.
Then you're going to have to add camels to the list of things Crom hates.
I thought Crom loved camels.
Not anymore.
All right, Lilith, you are up.
I am going to move right here. I'm going to stab it with my rapier because Frost does not like desert.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
It was a 4, so 8 total.
8, unfortunately, is not going to do it either. Oh, these camels are they're giving you the business, guys. That is going to bring... anything else from you, Lilith?
I want to scream at it.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Lontiel.
Rinse, repeat, bite, snap, attack.
And do you get pack tactics here?
I do.
Great.
Advantage.
Very nice.
That is going to be another 14 to hit.
Another 14 to hit. And here's the thing. Because the DM is reading his new creature cards wrong, a 14 actually does hit. I have been wrong about that. So,
Alright.
go ahead and roll that damage.
All right.
See, I can
That's
admit
going to
when I'm
be
doing wrong. Chat, please don't destroy me.
Another 5 points of piercing damage as my teeth sink into its front quarters. It has to make another strength save against 13.
All right, another 5 points, and it has to make a strength save. That is not going to do it. So the camel is now going to be prone as it falls to the ground. Anything else from you?
That'll finish my turn.
All right, that is going to finish your turn. That is going to bring us to Vom.
Am I able to retrieve my spear from the corpse of the camel I felled before I move?
Oh yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Excellent. I do that, and then I will turn and muttering something under my breath along the lines of, no, that's not how you do it. You do it like this. I'm going to try and spear the camel.
All right, go ahead and spear the Oh, the chat's unhappy with me. Go ahead and spear the camel on advantage because it is prone now.
23.
A 23 is definitely going to do it. Go ahead and roll that damage.
6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage. As the camel falls to the ground, you are able to rush up and finish it off with a quick spear to the gullet. The camel is dead. Vom, anything left from your turn?
Praise Scrooge.
All right. That is then, as your turn ends, you all feel the ground beneath you once again pulled away as you find yourselves entering the cultists' lair. You see 3 cultists standing around a summoning circle that you are also familiar with, all chanting and mumbling. They look to you as you enter, and a flash of red glows in one of their eyes, the one here in the center. As you are preparing for this room, I would like to say thank you to Zagmeister for an adrenaline surge for Crom, and a thank you maybe to Benjamin for redeeming Agent of Chaos on Lontiel. All right, so hold on. There's a lot of stuff I gotta do for this. Let me make sure. Oh no, my pencil's breaking, guys. 1, 2, and then it was 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, coming over to the Chaos Wheel. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. Here we go.
2 in 1 session. 2 within the first hour.
Yeah.
Resistance. This is another positive benefit. Lontiel, for the next 3 turns, you now have resistance against all damage. So all damage against you is halved.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
And also thank you to Lazy Gothy for the adrenaline surge for Lilith.
Thank you.
All right. So you find yourselves now in a room with a bunch of cultists, and Crom, you are at the top of the round.
Crom remembered what happened last time as we killed these cultists.
And Spoonkins, thank you for the adrenaline surge on Lilith as well. Lilith, you're gonna have 2 rounds.
But Crom will attack anyways. He will rush forward to the cultists on the right and get some deja vu as he swings his flail at the cultist.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll that, and you have 2 adrenaline surges right now, so...
Let's see if I get that nat 20. Oh!
All right.
The second one was a natural 20.
Oh. Oh my goodness. And Spoonkins, thank you for the adrenaline surge. 3 adrenaline surges. 4 adrenaline surges. My gosh.
Wow.
So let's see. Lilith, Crom, Lontiel, 1 to everyone. So, natural 20. Crom, go ahead and roll that damage.
Here we go. So the first damage die. Oh, this happened last time I rolled a crit too. That's a 1.
Oh, no.
But I'm an orc. So, a half orc. So I get my savage criticals.
Yes, you do.
So that 1 gets doubled, correct GM. 1 gets doubled to 2. And then I roll another damage dice for the orc crit.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 1.
Another 1. So that's 3.
On 3 d8s worth of damage, I rolled 3 points of damage.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Oh, Tom, I think you need to die.
And my rage damage, which the rage is certainly increasing right now. That is 9 points of damage on an orcish crit. What is wrong?
Oh, 9 points of damage on. However, with this cultist, that is enough to take it down. And once again, what weapon were you using?
That is flail this time.
Your flail. You single blow, crushing its skull in. It falls to the ground, and the summoning circle glows with that red energy of the blood seeping into it. Anything?
Crushed him. Crum's ego is redeemed. Just takes like.
Crumb, anything else from you?
That will do it for Crumb.
Alrighty, that is going to bring us to Lilith. You are up.
All right. I am measuring things. Yes. The one that's straight ahead of me didn't work in the desert, but hopefully it works here. I'm gonna try to frost it.
All right, shooting forward your ray of frost to the far cultist.
Natural 20!
Oh my goodness! Okay.
I hope your luck is better than mine, Lilith.
Let's see it. Let's all right, let's see that damage.
Alright. Oh my god, that was an 8! That's the max I could do. It's just 16.
16 points of frost damage as you cast forth your ray of frost. You actually catch this cultist right as it looks up to you. Its eyes flash red, and you catch it right in the face as it just encases over and shatters. It is gone. Anything else from? Would you like to do anything else?
That was good.
All right.
I am happy.
Bringing us to Lontiel, who I forgot to turn you into a wolf. Here you go, buddy. Be a wolf.
Thank you.
All right, Lontiel, you are up.
I would like to slowly stalk my prey until the last second, in which I pounce for his throat.
Alrighty, so as you slowly creep up, you leap towards this cultist. Go ahead and roll your attack. Which
Adrenaline surge?
I believe, yes, adrenaline surge. And actually, Lilith, that was, I hate to say it, but that was also an adrenaline surge you had. You got that nat 20 though.
Yeah, I didn't roll 2 die. I just rolled the 1.
Yeah, you're good. You got it.
Yeah, really. Thanks anyway.
So, even on advantage, it brings it to an 8.
An 8. Unfortunately, an 8 is not going to do it on this cultist. Your slow stalking coming up to the cultist, it actually is able to look directly at you. He makes eye contact with you, and as you leap, he just steps to the side. Anything else from you, Lontiel?
To, again, snarl and growl and yip as loud as I can.
Alrighty.
It's last remaining cultist.
Bringing us to the cultist, he is going to make an attack against that is cocked. Still, cocked on a 1, rolling onto a 4. That is going to bring that to a 7 on the attack against you, Lontiel, and I don't believe that is going to do it. As the cultist pulls their scimitar out, you saw that coming a mile away. Bringing us now to Vom.
Right. These fools clearly know not what it is to worship the true god of chaos, destruction, conquest, and blood. And so I move up behind him and run him through the back with my spear.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me on advantage because you two, everyone had an adrenaline surge on this round.
I'm flanking him. I don't need the adrenaline surge.
Oh, that's true, and we let that stick. We do.
That'll be a 17.
17. That is definitely enough to do it. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage as you rush behind this cultist and catch them by surprise. The spear going into their upper shoulder blade. They are quite hurt from that, but still standing. Anything else from you, Vom?
It's tempting to use my last War Priest bonus action to finish him off, but I feel like I might save that for giant crustaceans.
Alrighty. So, saving your bonus action, that is going to bring us back to the top of the round with Crom.
Right. Crom will slowly lumber up to that last remaining cultist. And is there any place Crom can go to give himself flanking? With
Yeah,
Montiel,
actually, if you go there, that will give you flanking.
Beautiful. Crom will wind up the flail and make a attack on advantage.
Alrighty.
And that is a 14 to hit.
14 is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
New D8 here.
Last one's in prison.
Much better. That is a 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage is so as you move up and figure out exactly where you want to go to finish off this cultist, you crack it right on the where the nape of the neck meets the shoulder, and just as he looks at you, you can see the life fading from their eyes, and he says, "Thank you," and falls to the ground.
Before we are whisked away, I would like to take some of their blood and draw the symbol of a single eye in their blood in the center of this circle.
You are not whisked away.
Oh.
As the
Well, I
last
do that anyway.
So as you are drawing the symbol in the circle, as the cultists fall, the flumps return. So these floating jellyfish-like creatures coming into the arena look at you with as they glow with a slight orange tint to them, which quickly turns red, and I believe they are up. So this flump here, directly above you, is going to use their stench spray. That is a 15-foot cone, which I believe, let me make sure, is going to be enough to catch all three of you in this. I need each of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, I am not good at these.
Crom is pretty good at these.
Chrome, do you still have Bardic Inspiration?
Crom does not have Bardic Inspiration.
Give it more.
That's a 14 Constitution save. 14.
14. It was a dexterity.
Oh, Crom at level 2 has Danger Sense, which gives him advantage on dexterity saves against things he can see.
Yes, and you can most definitely see this. It is right behind you.
Wonderful.
And it looks as though we may have lost Lontiel. Oh, here we go. Oh, yep, they may be gone. When Lontiel returns, we will have this happen retroactively. All right, so Vaughn with a 10, Crom with
a 16.
With a 16, very nice. And hey, it looks like we've got Lontiel back, just in time to lose Vaughn. Internet is the best thing in the world. Lontiel, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me as the flump does their stench spray on you. Oh no, Lontiel. All right. Luckily, Vaughn, Crom, you needed a 10 to succeed. So as this eruption of horrific stench comes forward, I don't believe anything else happens. Let me double check on this. Yeah, you are good. Lontiel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Excellent. Oh, that's very good. It's a 19 on the die.
All right, that is good. I will tell you right now that is going to be more than enough. You had to beat a 10. You will not be suffering from that horrific stench that gave you disadvantage on pretty much everything for an hour that Fess was suffering from last week. The second flump is going to move right over. Yeah, they're pretty intelligent. They're going to move right down here to give themselves flanking with their flump friend. And they're going to attack you, Crom, with their tendrils, and that is only going to be a 15 to hit. So as the tendril reaches out, you are able to deftly avoid it. And that's it for the flumps. That is going to then bring us to Vom.
What disgusting creatures are these? And I will turn and try and...
Sorry, Vom was the last one. Who was the last one to attack?
It was me, actually.
You were the last one to kill the cultist, correct?
No.
Oh, it was Crom.
From
yes.
All right, perfect. Sorry about that. So that's actually going to then bring us to Lilith.
Oh, it's my turn. I did not like these guys last time. They were very smelly. So I have some kind of intelligence. Great. I am going to stay out of that 15-foot cone. I'm going to go over here and hit this guy here with some frost. Hopefully shatter him out of the sky.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me. And I believe you still have another adrenaline surge.
Oh, okay. Well, the first one was 17. That's why. Second one was 24.
Alrighty, a 24 is definitely going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage on your Ray of Frost.
8.
8 points of cold damage. Very nice. And was that on the lower or the higher?
The lower one.
The lower one. All right. As this flumph, actually, that is enough to do it. So this flumph coming into existence attempts to prick Crom with their tendril, and immediately are frozen and fall out of the sky. That flumph is gone. Anything else from you, Lilith?
Yes. I realized I have more Bardic inspiration, so I shall give some to Vom.
All right. Vom, you now have a D6 of Bardic Inspiration.
I'll take it.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Vom, who I believe has one last adrenaline surge.
I do. Is it not Lontil before me?
Oh, it totally is. Thank you so much. I have two L's right next to each other. Lontil, you are up.
Volunteer. Yes. I think that these look rather squishy, so I want some more circle around my friends and engage with this stinky jellyfish here and take a bite out of his gooey center.
All right, so as you prowl around, get to the back and attempt to find an opening.
How many bites does it take to get to the
That
center
would
of the
be that would be a soft 20 to hit.
A soft 20 is more than enough to do it. Let's see that damage.
That will be 5 points of piercing damage and
5
one
points of
strength save
piercing
from the
damage,
creature.
and it makes an 18 on its save. So you bite into it, and as you attempt to bring it down, it's actually able to resist and continue floating within the air. Anything else from you, Lontil?
Slippery little bugger. No, I think it's all right.
All right. That is then going to bring us to Vom.
Right. In a completely unpredictable move, I'm going to try and stab it with my spear.
Hey, who could have seen that coming?
Surprise, surprise.
Right. Not amazing. 13.
13 is actually enough to do it.
Excellent. Oh, I'm very pleased with that. 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage. So as Lontil takes a bite into this jellyfish, flump, and it raises back up, you attempt to calculate where it is going to be, and you stab right into it, and its glowing red fades to a soft light, to then nothing as it dies. Anything else from you on your turn, Vom?
I grimace.
All right. As you grimace, you feel your feet pulled out from under you, and you find yourselves in the grassy field with a tree off to the far end. I believe none of you see anything. Oh, but it doesn't matter. They're actually going to be first to move in this initiative. So, you see two of these small lizards with wings begin to fly out from this this tree off in the distance and come careening towards you. Let's see here. This one is going to be right here and is going to make an attack against you, Crom, and that is going to be a natural 20 to hit.
Certainly do it.
Ben, make a note.
I should probably... maybe I should
20.
switch these dice up. So that is only going to be 1 point of piercing damage. However, that is also going to be 9 points of poison damage. As it bites into you, you feel the soft prick of its teeth, which is not much, but then suddenly pain coursing through your arm where it got you. And I believe none of that is halved because it's poison, correct?
The poison is not halved, and the 1 point of piercing damage cannot be halved.
Yes.
So I suppose that's 10 points of damage then.
Yep. And with the remainder of its movement, it is going to come here, and because of its flyby ability, it does not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Flying snakes are the new flukes, Crom thinks.
This one is going to come here and is actually going to wash, rinse, repeat on you, Crom. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll do it again.
Oh, and thanks to actually Lazy Gothy for redeeming sabotage on this flying snake. That is actually going to take that down to an 18 to hit, which is still just barely going to do it. Lazy Gothy, thank you so much.
Thank you for trying, Lazy Gothy.
And that is once again 1 point of piercing damage and 9 points of poison damage. As it then flies back up to join its companion. Oh, Lazy Gothy, don't be sorry. You did all you could, and thank you for helping. These things are a bugger. Whew. Bringing us to the top of the round, Crom, you still are recovering 5 points of health at the top of your turn.
Well, that is good, but Crom is still not looking great right now.
And I believe you have that for one more turn.
Great. Well, Crom is quite upset here. He would like to charge forward with his battle axe and swing wide over his head.
Alrighty. And I think you actually still have one last adrenaline surge from that wash that we got.
That is 17 plus 6 to hit, so 23.
Oh, most definitely going to do it. Go ahead and roll that damage against this flying snake.
And that is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage, as really quickly you feel the 2 bites come into you in quick succession, and the just rush of pain overcome your body. You push through it and rush towards and just crush this flying snake, grabbing it out of the sky and into the ground. It is dead. Anything else from you, Crom?
No.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up.
Great. Don't really have any good place to move, so I'm just gonna stay here, I guess. And with a flurry of my hands, I'm gonna try to freeze it out of the air.
Alright, Ray of Frost coming at this flying snake. Let's go ahead and see that attack roll.
It was a 3, so 9.
9 to hit. Unfortunately, a 9 is not going to do it. Close, but no. Anything else from you, Lilith?
I'm going to actually... Oh, that's not how you move. That's how you move. Just gonna move there.
Alrighty. Next up, Lonteal, who I still continue to forget to turn into a wolf. There you go.
I would like to try and maneuver my way around here, slip through my friends, and like catching a falling leaf out of the air. I would like to bite at this flying snake.
Alright, go ahead and attack.
On advantage for pack tactics, that is going to be a 13 to hit.
A 13, unfortunately, is not going to do it. This flying snake, though small of size and quick with its wings, it is very easily just avoiding everything coming at it. Would you like to do anything else, Luntiel?
I would like to finish using my movement to here.
Alrighty. With Luntiel done, Vom, you are up.
Ugh. Puny pest. I heft my spear in one hand and lob it and try and spear it right out of the air. And I'm going to use my adrenaline surge to give me advantage.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see that attack.
Well, both of those were terrible. I'll be a 14.
A 14 is just enough to hit it.
Excellent.
5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage is also just enough to take it out of the sky.
Yes.
Well
goodness, Craig could not afford to be
done,
pitied.
Vom.
Thank you, Tom.
All right.
All of you worship the wrong god and you know it.
The only thing Crom worships is himself.
With the last flying flying snake out of the sky, Vom, is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I'm going to make sure I pick up my spear, but no, I'm good.
All right. Really quick, before we move into the next room, I'm going to turn this to the audience. Audience, first off, thank you all so much for all of your redemptions. This has been amazing. Now it is your turn to choose. I keep looking over to the chat. I should move my camera. It is your turn to choose. Do we put our players into the easy room or the hard room? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think about that. As we get that going in the chat, I also want to give a quick reminder and a thank you to all of our players from last week, or viewers from last week, who had been donating bits. And a reminder to all of our viewers this week, any bits that are donated through the chat go directly to the players so that they can buy more equipment. So thank you all so much for that. Lazy Gothy is saying easy. Crandall95 is saying hard. We've got another for easy. Let them recover for a little bit. Easy.
GM, as the audience weighs in their opinion, I would just like to clarify for my resilient award, is that 3 turns of my own or 3 attacks against me?
That is 3 turns of your own. So I believe right now you're down by 2.
All right.
Oh, hey, CBC, thank you so much for the 200 bits. That is an additional 20 gold to the coffer of the players.
That's almost half of another healing potion.
Thank you, CBC. It is much appreciated.
All right, let's see. Easy, only because I want to see the next monster. I want to see the later rooms. Let's go easy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close down the voting here. It looks like it is overwhelmingly easy. So we are going to go in to the beach, where you see the 2 giant crabs ahead of you. Zagmeister, thank you so much for the 200 bits. That is another another 20 gold into the coffers.
Thank you, Zagmeister.
Thank you.
Alrighty, with the giant crabs coming up, and I believe Vom, you were the last one up, putting the giant crabs. Man, they are actually pretty speedy. All right, Crom. You are, Zagmeister says, more potions! Crom, you are up first. So, what would you like to do?
Beautiful Crom will feel that last bit of longevity surge through his veins and heal another 5 points. He's, he's about halfway there, back to full. Anyways, Crom, still raging, rushes forward with his battle axe and shield out. And makes an attack on the rightmost crab.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
You know what? Crom would like to make this reckless.
Okay. Reckless attack coming from Crom. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 to hit is definitely going to do it against this giant crab. Go ahead and roll damage for me. A reminder to all of our viewers, this is where our players were wiped. They did not get farther than this room last week. So good to you. Like, you guys are doing much better. Level 2.
It's pretty good.
That is 9 points of damage on the crab.
9 points of damage coming to this crab. That is a very nice amount to this giant crab. Its hardened shell though cracks slightly, but it is still there. Which is anything else from you, sir?
That will do it.
That will do it. That is then going to bring us to the giant crab, who, the one that you attacked recklessly, is going to attack you with advantage now. That is only going to be a 12 to hit, however, so that's not going to do it. This other crab is going to come up against you and do the same, once again, at advantage. Wow, rolling 10s both times, which is only going to bring it to a 13 to hit, and once again, not going to do it. Oh, goodness, guys, this is
Crom laughs at the crabs.
much better than last time. That's going to do it for the giant crabs, bringing us to Lilith.
All right, I'm going to rush forward with my rapier to there
All right.
and stab this crab.
All right, go ahead and take a
Crab meat.
stab against the crab.
15.
15 to hit is just going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage. And a question that I'm seeing come up in the chat, are giant crabs medium size? Yes, they are. Giant crabs are medium-sized creatures.
That is 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage. Very nicely done. That is, you are able to, find through its mandibles, stab right into it, and you can feel some fleshy bits, but though it starts to bubble at the mouth, it is still standing. Anything else from you, Lilith?
That is it. I shall get it next time.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to Lontiel.
All right, I'm not really akin to wearing metal or any type of armor, but I'm well aware of the natural armors of crustaceans and other scaled reptiles, so I'm going to do my best to move here,
Alrighty.
and I'm going to try and rip off one of those juicy claws with my bite
Alright.
here.
Let's go ahead and see that attack.
That is very good, a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage as you
Alright.
rush towards, still in your wolfen form, and bite into this hardened carapace of the crab.
6 points of piercing damage and one more strength save.
6 points of
Like-
piercing damage and one more strength save. I'm sorry to tell you, Lontiel, it's actually not going to have to make a strength save because you crush into its carapace and you taste some of that sweet, sweet crab meat. Boy,
Just
you
want more.
could
For
use
my
some
bonus
butter right
action-
now.
For my bonus action, I would like to use my Hungry Jaws feature on this crab here
Okay.
and take one more bite.
All right. So using your hungry jaws to getting a bonus action attack, go ahead and bite into this one as well. Also on
That
advantage.
will be a 13 to hit.
A 13 to hit. Was that on advantage because of flanking?
Yes,
And
that was
okay.
there was a 9 and an 11.
Unfortunately, a 13 is not going to do it.
Alright, it was worth it.
It was very worth it. All right. Anything else from you, Lontiel?
That will finish my turn.
That will finish your turn. All right. That is going to bring us to Vom.
I'm going to charge forward, wielding my spear in the air, and as I bring it down, I yell in Orcish, Grumsh demands the recipe to your burger. That's quite good. That'll be 24 to hit.
24 to hit. Go ahead and roll that damage to see if you obtain a recipe.
5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing damage as the back shell of this crab crushes. You get a waft of smell and you feel inspiration go, I think maybe some butter and a little bit of seasoning. Crushing down even more as the crab falls to the ground. Boy, for the room that took you guys out last time, you didn't take a single hit. Anything else from the end of your turn here, Vom?
No.
All right. Once again, you feel the ground beneath you whoosh pulled away as you feel hard wood and iron beneath your feet and an overwhelming stench of sewage. Directly in front of you, you can see murky water flowing from your left to your right in an underground tunnel network. Though for some reason there's still enough light being given off for you to see. And to your far left, you can see a giant rat that is nibbling away at some bit of rotten meat that it seems to have found. It looks up at you and squeaks menacingly. Yeah. Let's see. With Vom in that is actually going to bring us to the top of the round with Crom.
Crom said it before, he'll say it again. Crom hates rodents. And he pulls out his javelin, marches up just a few steps, and hurls it towards the rat. Recklessly. That is a soft 20 to hit.
A soft 20 is definitely going to hit your this giant rat. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oof, bad damage roll, but that's okay. That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage to this giant rat. My goodness, it's actually just enough as your javelin catches it right in the side of its head. It goes down.
All my damage done, but thank you for the rage damage.
Crom, anything else from you?
No, and by my count, next turn will be my last turn before this raid wanes.
All right, thank you so much for keeping track of that, Crom. Lonteal, I hope you've been keeping track of it. Beast form is an hour, correct?
An hour.
Yeah, you're gonna be good for a while.
Forever in the gauntlet.
All right. As that happens, Crom, as your turn is over, you still hear some loud screeches and squeaking happening from within, and you see as 3 more giant rats begin to make their way around. Let me see here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. This one's going to come here. This one's going to come here. This one is going to come here. And the one to your right, you notice that as it is rushing forwards, it actually appears to be foaming from the mouth with a soft green color. That's going to be it. Well, actually, yeah, that's going to be it for the rats. And that is going to bring us up to Lilith.
All right. Ugh. I see the one with the green foaming out of his mouth, and I just shudder in disgust. I'm just gonna move. Question, DM.
Yes.
Is the green stuff on the ground water? Liquid?
We'll call it liquid.
Is it difficult terrain?
You would have to start swimming through it. So you would have to make an athletics check because there is a flow happening here. And other things might happen based off of the smell that you're taking off of it.
All right. You know what? I can see I can see him from here. I have 60 feet range. I'll just hang out, and I'm gonna try to freeze him.
All right, with that ray of frost coming out, let's see that attack.
12.
A 12 to hit is just enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Right.
4 points of damage.
4 points of cold damage as this large rat foaming green. You can see as it's rushing forwards, it begins to slow in its movement, but it is still moving towards you. Anything else from you, Lilith?
No, I shall stay right here away from the disgusting smell.
Alrighty, that is going to bring us to Lonteal as once again. There we go.
All right.
Now, Lonteal, you currently, as a large-sized creature, I should point out to you that the walkways here are only 5 foot by 5 feet. You will be able to move on them. However, it will be an acrobatics check to make sure that you don't fall into the stench.
Well, I would like to get that over with. I actually would like to try and leap over this sewage here to this middle island.
Okay. So what is your strength score as a direwolf?
It is a 17.
A 17.
It gives me a +3.
All right. So what you are able to do? Rules for doing a long jump. Now, as long as you are able to move 10 plus feet beforehand, you are able to jump a distance equal to your strength score. So your strength score is a 17.
Yes.
Yes. So you would be able to jump 17 feet. However, without able to move the 10 feet beforehand, you're only able to jump half of that. And I will go ahead and round that up. So you are able to jump 9 feet. I'll say, give me an athletics check to see if you're able to make
Athletics
that
check.
full distance.
That is going to be a 12.
A 12.
It's like,
Let's see here. Unfortunately, I don't think a 12 is going to do it. As you leap forward, your paws grasping at the edge of the railing here, you aren't quite able to get it as you fall into the muck.
guessing that puts me about there.
Yes, so you've moved 10 feet.
Okay.
This is
Can I
going
use
to
the
be...
rest of my movement.
Yes, so it's going to be difficult terrain to swim, and if you want to swim against the current,
Sure.
it's going to be another athletics check.
I would like to try and use the rest of my movement to get back up on this landing.
All right, so go ahead and give me another athletics check to claw your way out.
Sure. It's an 11.
An 11. I will say this is actually easier because this is, you are right there in it. You are able to claw your way out. It does take you, so you're at 20 feet of movement that you've taken now, and you are covered in a uncomfortable stench. Can I get a? We're getting a lot of rolls from you this turn. Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
Constitution save.
Yes.
All right. Not too bad for this. That's going to be a 14.
A 14. All right, you're actually able to shrug off this stench. I will allow you to take an action this turn. So you're at 20 feet of
Give a
movement.
nice big old dog.
So you're at 20 feet of movement.
I would like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. I will move here.
Okay. And I hate
And
to.
you said I can take an action.
You can. I hate to do this one more time, though. You have to go through a narrow area. I need an acrobatics check from you.
It's the gauntlet of just getting
Large creatures, guys.
That's cocked. It's a 6.
A 6.
No, 7.
Oh, because that makes the difference.
You fall back into the.
Oh no!
And I'm gonna say, with all of these checks that you've been doing, like, that's your turn. That's been a lot. You've fallen back in.
I'm like a howl in despair.
That's gonna bring us to Vom.
I'll finish my turn.
Right, well, while that whole debacle is going on, giant rats are also favoured beasts of Groosh, and so this whole thing is kind of a bit of a religious experience for Vom.
All
He's
right.
going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and from where he is, he's going to, unsurprisingly, lob his spear at the rat.
Lobbing a spear at the rat. Go ahead and do so.
He does so poorly. Rolls a 7.
A 7, unfortunately, is not going to do it to the rat as your spear goes wide. All right. Anything else from you, Vom?
Other than drawing my hammer, no.
Okay. Bringing us to top of the round. Crom, you are up.
All right. Is it just Crom, or does it smell like wet dog in here? Crom would like to move up to the rat raises his battle axe high above the head.
As you
and
approach the
swing it
rat,
down.
it is going to attack you with the action that it was holding. Wow, Zagmeister redeeming rousing speech, which I believe is inspiration to the whole party. You all have inspiration that you can now redeem at any time for advantage on an attack, advantage on a saving throw, or a skill check. Thank you, Zagmeister.
Thank you, Dagmeister. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
So the giant rat is going to take its held action to attack you, and that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
Alrighty, and that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that your rage has ended.
No, this current turn is my last turn with rage. So I'm still
Alrighty.
raging.
So you take 3 points of damage from this rat.
Right. Well, Crom, having lumbered up towards the rat, ready to strike, but then being surprised, takes a step, or takes a moment to collect himself, and instead of attacking, will drink a healing potion.
Okay, drinking your healing potion. Go ahead and roll that. I believe it is 2d4 plus 2 for a basic healing potion.
All right. Ooh, nice. That is 4 on one of them, 2 on the other, plus the 2 is 8 points of damage recovered.
8 points of damage recovered. Well done. And go ahead and mark off from your inventory that 1 healing potion has been used. Already putting those bits to good use, gentlemen and lady.
And as Crom feels reinvigorated, so too does the bloodlust fade. Crom is no longer raging. That is his turn.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to the giant rats. The one directly in front of you, Crom, is going to attack you. And I believe, actually... no, it is not able to get pack tactics from this. That is going to be a 15 to hit, however, which is not going to do it. The other rat is going to come over here and just wait to attempt to come at you when it can. This rat over here is going to come at you, Vom, and is going to take a bite at you, and that is a 5 to hit as this this foaming at the mouth rat leaps up to take a bite out of you. You are able to shove it to the side. It does not do anything. That is then going to bring us to Lilith.
All right. Seeing my friends be attacked and that Crom must have taken his potion, I am going to try again at my best to attack. Why is that working? Attack this guy with frost.
All right, attacking that one with frost. Go ahead.
18.
An 18 is more than enough to do it. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
That was cocked.
It's all good.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Alrighty. That is actually, and that was against the one foaming at the mouth, correct?
That was against the one that would just attack Crom.
The one that just attacked Crom. 4 points of damage coming to that one. Perfect. All right. Anything else from you, Lilith?
Yes, I am going to get a little bit out of here, and go here.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Lontiel, who is trying to get out of the muck.
I would like to use first portion of my movement to get it back up onto this ledge.
All right, go ahead and roll an athletics check for me to climb up.
All right. $18.
18 is more than enough to do it. Because you started your turn in the muck, I am going to need you to do another Constitution saving throw.
Sure thing. That will be a soft 20.
Soft 20 is definitely going to do it.
All right. Now, you said it's another check to get across this bridgeway.
It will be anywhere that you are moving that you only have 5 feet of movement across, you are going to have to make a check.
Instead of trying to risk one more time, I'm going to bark loudly, growl and at this rat here, and I'm going to hold the dodge action.
Okay, good to know. Anything else from you, Lontiel?
That'll finish.
Excellent. That is going to bring us to Vom.
Right, very well. I am going to raise my hammer and utter a prayer of thanks to Grumsh and also Zagmeister, and I'm going to bring my hammer down using the inspiration to give myself advantage.
Very nice. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
Terrible again. It will be a 10 to hit.
10 to hit. Unfortunately, a 10 is not going to do it. I think that's twice now you've gotten some. Oh, no, wait. One was from Lazy Gothy. All right. Anything
I
else?
failed you, Grumsh, and also Zagmeister.
All right. That is then going to bring us to the top of the round, unless you would like to do anything else, Vom.
Not for the moment.
All right. Crom, you are up.
All right, Crom, feeling refreshed, tosses the empty healing potion to the ground and winds up his battle axe one more time to bring it down on the rats.
All right.
That is a 23.
A 23 is definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right. Not that one. You're still in jail. Here we go. Ah, yes, much better. That is 10. Nope. Yes, 10 points of damage because I am no longer raging.
10 points of damage. So as this rat attacks you as you run up to it, taking you by surprise, you shake off your rage, down a health potion, throw it to the ground, and crush the rat beneath you.
Right.
Anything else from you?
Yes, I would like to take one more step forward towards that next rat.
Okay. And it is going to take an attack against you with the action that it was holding. That is going to be a 23 to hit. And that is only going to be 3 points of piercing damage as it bites into your leg.
All right. That will do it for Kron.
Okay. That is then going to bring us to the giant rats. The one that just attacked you is going to take another attack at you, and that is going to be a 15 to hit, so nothing is going to happen there. Vom, the one in front of you, that is going to be an 18 to hit.
That is my AC.
Alrighty. That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage, and I am going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Very well. Maths. 13.
13. All right. You are good. You are not diseased.
Excellent.
That is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up.
All right. Well, the frost seems to be working. I'm gonna try it on the one foaming again.
All right. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
19.
19 is going to do it. Go ahead and roll frost damage for me.
Tis only 3 points of damage.
Tis only 3 points of damage, but 3 points of damage tis only enough to take it down. As this creature, the foam around its mouth, you can see the bubbles begin to solidify, and the cold freezes the liquid into its mouth, and it just stops moving. Anything else from you, Lilith?
I am good.
Alrighty. Bringing us to Lontiel.
All right. Seeing one last foe right in front of me, I'd like to advance as much as I can.
All right.
Get that check.
Yep.
Acrobatics or athletics, remind me.
This is going to be an acrobatics.
All right. Inspiration is you have to use it before I roll, or I can steal the roll first.
Oh, I can't remember that right off the top of my head. I'll let you roll and choose to roll it afterwards. I'll be kind until I know the rule for certain.
Very great. All right. That is. I think that's fine. Acrobatics, it's a 15.
A 15 is going to do it. So you keep your footing on this narrow bridge as you approach it in the form of the dire wolf. But you're good. You stay on it.
Feeling the wood firmly beneath my feet, I would like to lunge out for a juicy rat, snack, and bite at this creature engaged with my friend.
Alrighty.
Oh, 24 to hit.
24 is going to hit. Let's see that damage.
That is 8 points of piercing damage, requiring another strength save throw.
And once again, not requiring anything as you bite into this rat, shake it around. You can feel its body go limp in your maw. It is gone. Anything else from you on the end of your turn, Lantiel?
I'll sweat it off. I'm good. I'm done.
As this happens, the smell fades away as you feel your feet pulled out from under you, and you find yourselves in a grassy field with 2 giant weasels staring you down. With Lantiel, the last one to go in initiative, they are actually going to take the first action as these large, still medium-sized creatures, however, rush towards you. This is going to be a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, Vom, this one is going to be coming right at you, and that is going to be 13 to hit, so that's not going to do much of that. The other giant weasel coming straight up and deciding it wants a bit of Crom. That is going to be a 20 to hit Crom.
That will hit.
That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage.
Ouch.
Whew.
Think about rodents.
Oh, thank you, audience. The map is off-centered. Let me go ahead and take care of that. Oh, goodness, this map did not get adjusted for... Wow. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I think... Ah! Alright, this map is going to unfortunately be kind of awkward today, but we've got it working. So, sorry, Crom, go ahead. Thank you, chat, for letting me know.
All right, with that, Crom hates rodents, and Crom the Crusher would like to rage once again.
Crom the Crusher is raging once again.
All right, starting the count over on the rage. Here we go. Crom would like to attack with his battle axe, one-handed, shield on the other hand. And that is, ooh, nice. A natural 18 plus 6 to hit is 24.
That is more than enough to hit the giant weasel. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
And with that rage damage, that is 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage to this giant weasel is definitely going to do it. As you hit it with your hammer, all of your weapons. Which one do you hit it with?
Battle axe.
The battle axe. You are able to just cut into its neck, and yeah, no, that one goes down. Anything else from you, Crom?
Yeah, that will do it for Crom for now.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Lilith.
Alright, I shall move here. And stab it with my rapier.
Stabbing it with your rapier, go ahead, and on advantage because it is flanked. Also, hey, an adrenaline surge has been redeemed for the next attacker. I will say since Lilith is already flanking, I will go ahead and give that to Lantiel once they are up.
I go for advantage. Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20 is more than enough to do it. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage already. Right off to the start, you find the soft of its lower back with your rapier, and quickly but with precision are able to dive right into it. It's still up, but it's not looking great. Anything else from you, Lilith?
I am good.
Alrighty, so that is going to bring us to Lantiel.
Alright. Seeing these furry little ones scamper up and pester my friend, I'll give a tiny little wink to Crom, as Lantiel loves rodents, for snacks, and bite this one.
Alright.
That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
That's gonna do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, that is another 8 points of piercing damage.
8 points of piercing damage is enough to then bring this giant weasel to its knees are already pretty darn close to the ground, but it takes it down all the way. Anything else from you, Lantiel? As is my wolf nature, I'd like to just shake it and try and. It again goes limp in your maw. Wow, you guys are. The chat is also bringing it up. You guys are crushing these rooms.
That was clean.
Once
Very
again,
That was
you feel the
good.
ground pulled out from under you, and you find yourselves in the city streets once again. And up ahead, you can see 2 guards that are keeping watch onto the watch of the temple up there to your left. And I believe in the order that we have with Lontiel up, the guards are going to be up first. This first one here, the farthest away, is going to come here. And they are going to hold their spear out in front. And you hear them call off, "Oi! Identify yourselves!" And this second guard is going to rush forward and hold the spear again, waiting for a response. And after that, that is going to bring us to Vom. What do you do?
I'm assuming I was able to retrieve my spear from the room with the rats.
Thank you. Actually, I need you to roll a survival check for me on that.
Crom will also roll for his javelin.
Very well. Oh, it's a 10.
10. That's the exact thing you need to get a spear back.
12.
12?
He's good.
Yep, you are good there.
I retrieved the spear with the exact amount of effort needed, no more, no less.
Perfect. So, Vom,
But this does please Vom and Grumsh, a good old raid in a temple to deface and defile. And I clasp my hand over the eye patch that I wear to honor my one-eyed god, and I cast Bless upon myself and my companions.
very nice. All right, so you are all blessed. That is going to be up for, how long does that last?
That lasts for a full minute.
All right. Very nice. So,
That's attacks, saves, and checks.
It's a D4 to attacks and saving throws.
Excellent.
all right, so casting Bless. Anything else from you, Vaughn?
No, I'm simply going to revel in what is about to occur.
I love it. That is going to bring us to the top of the round with Crom.
All right, Crom, you call out to the god. Identify ourselves. How dare you? How do you not know the name Crom the Crusher? Let me show you what that name means. He pulls out his flail and marches right towards that first guard.
Alrighty. As this is happening, I want to give a big thank you to Manic Pixie Travel for redeeming Rousing Speech. Once again, you, those of you who spent your inspiration, you now have it back.
Crom have double inspiration.
Unfortunately, inspiration does not stack.
Gotcha. All right.
Oh, inspired right now.
If you would like to show the god the meaning of crush, we'll be using his flail for this attack.
All right. So with your flail out, go ahead and...
And I would like to use my inspiration.
All right.
So that is a 17 plus 6, 23 to hit. with the flail.
23 is more than enough to hit this guard. Go ahead and roll damage. And I will say, since this rousing speech came on your turn, the inspiration will come to you after this turn, so you will still have inspiration.
Amazing. Thank you, Manic Pixie. All right, here we go. That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage with the flail.
11 points of bludgeoning damage as Crom introduces himself quite drastically and dramatically by taking out this guard's partner. The guard is crushed. You come out with the flail and hit them in the ribs, and you can feel crack, 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 crack as you break all of them. Anything else from you, Crom?
Yes, Crom would like to take one more step forward, put himself between the party and the remaining guard, and say, would you like to meet the Crusher next?
Now, I'm going to say your shield is out right now, Crom, yes?
Correct.
All right. So the guard that you did approach would have taken his readied action to attack you. However, he did not hit. So, alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Lilith.
Not to be outdone by Crom the Crusher, Lilith, a little braver than usual, stands up right next to him. Okay, maybe not as brave. And throws a ray of frost at the guy that didn't know who we were.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
Oh, that was really good. Math, 17 plus 6.
That is definitely going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Math is not Lilith's strong suit today. 5 points of damage.
5 points of frost damage as this guard holds their spear at the ready. You can see that the ice encases their armor and kind of locks them up. That hurt, but he's still there, ready to attack. Anything else anything else left from you, Lilith? That was good.
I am good here.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Lontiel, who needs to be a wolf. Aha!
All right, let's do the dance. Through my friends, around the corner, right into his face.
All right. As you do so, he will take his held action to attack you. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Alrighty. That is then going to be 6 points of piercing damage. As you rush forward, he stabs forward at you with his spear and is able to catch you in the haunches.
All right, I would like to retaliate. Spear still in my side and bite him
Alrighty.
for his nice chunky flank there. This will be with my D4, feeling the blessing of the Grumsh. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 to hit is going to do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right. That's going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage. And you are very often coming up with this pattern of killing something and taking it to the ground. So it's not going to need to make a save either as this guard falls. Boy, that temple is sure left unguarded. Anything else left from you, Lontiel?
I would like to... would you allow a bonus action to make a perception check?
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
Any more guards?
Sure thing.
All right. As a wolf, I have advantage using my keen sense of smell. That's going to be a 13 plus 2, so 15.
All
Any
right,
additional
15.
guard
As
land.
you look across the field, wondering if there is another guard there, you suddenly feel your feet pulled out from under you as you all find yourselves in a cave. Water dripping from the ceiling above, and up ahead you see 3 small red dragon-like creatures. You see 3 kobolds, which I believe, let's see here, with Lontiel having gone, they are going to be up first in initiative. Seeing this group, they actually scatter. So this one is going to, you see, move here and then disappear. You see this one move here and then disappear. And you see this one go around the corner as well and disappear. That is going to bring us to Vom.
Come back, show yourselves, and embrace your slaughter.
And
Just move forward into the room, but only to there.
Okay.
And I would like to use my action to see if I can detect where any of them are.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception check. Also, big thank you to Benjamin Collin for redeeming Sabotage. The next enemy attack is going to be at disadvantage.
Vom will give you a perception check, but only because he wants to, and not because you've told him to.
Okay, Vom, I'm sorry.
14.
A 14, all right. Looking around, you obviously can't see through the stone, but you close your eyes and you listen. You don't hear anything.
tricksy little buggers.
All right. That is then going to bring us to Crom.
Right. Crom would like to move forward. He pulls a hand axe from the straps on his chest and holds in action to throw it at the first kobold to reveal itself.
Okay.
That will do for Crom.
Alrighty. Anything else from you, Crom?
That will do it.
That is then going to bring us to Long Teal.
No.
Or
Alright.
Lilith, sorry.
Yeah,
So looks like we're taking a side. So I am going to go there. And I am going to ready Ray of Frost for the next one I see within my, I mean, it's 60 feet radius, but
Okay. Anything else from you?
that is it.
All right. Now that is going to bring us to Long Teal.
absolutely. Skirting along the wall, I would like to move my 50 feet here and try and sniff him out using another perception check. to
Alrighty.
locate. It's so bad. Even on advantage. Okay, so that is. Let me check the stats here. 8 plus. That's an 11.
An 11. You know what? Actually, I mean, even just with the line of sight, you are able to see all of the kobolds. And as soon as you have come around the corner to take a look, you're gazing off, and suddenly all three of them just begin to pummel stones in your direction from their slings. The first one attacking you at disadvantage, that is definitely not going to hit. Second one to attack you is also not going to hit. And the third one to attack you, yeah, no, none of them hit as rocks just... All right. That is... Anything else from you?
I would like to point.
You would like to...
Point. No, that's it. I'm finished.
Okay. So that is then going to bring us actually to them, at which point they are going to do the exact same thing that they just did. That one is going to hit you, Long Teal, and that is going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Second one hitting you as well, and that is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And the third one is going to miss as the stone goes wide. That is going to be the end of the kobold's turn, bringing us to
Quick.
Vom. Yo.
When the volley of stones starts flying, does Crom see any kobolds?
You do not. They are hidden both behind stone and barrel.
All right.
Yes, so bringing us to Vom.
Right. Can I see any of them?
At this point, no, you cannot.
Right then. Well, in that case, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My full movement forwards, and I am going to quaff my potion of healing.
Alrighty, taking your potion of healing down. Just to answer the question in the chat, yes, the first kobold was at disadvantage for that. Alrighty.
Cool.
Anything else?
Allows me to regain another 7 hit points.
Brilliant. 7 hit points coming back to Vom. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No.
All right. This is going to then bring us to Crom the Crusher.
Unfortunately, because Crom was not able to attack or receive an attack, his rage fades.
Ooh. Oh, goodness. And one moment, please, because Crandall95 has just redeemed Agent of Chaos on
Oh my
Crom.
Oh my gosh.
So let's
This is
get
the game
this
of
wheel spinning. Spin, spin, spin,
I hope it does some
spin.
damage to me so I can keep my rage.
Scott, what have you done?
Oh no! So this is actually it is raining gold. This is a positive thing. For the next 10 minutes, any bits that are donated are doubled. So anything that anyone donates out of the chat towards your coffers, rather than 100 bits being worth, I can maths. Rather than 100 bits being the gold, it is 10 gold. 100 bits is now 20 gold. So that is going to let me go ahead and start a timer for that. And away we go. 10 minutes. Thank you so much, Crandall95. All right.
Thank you, Crandall.
Back to Crom.
All right, that said, Crom's rage does fade. He collects himself, and he turns.
Zagmaster, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Sorry to interrupt. It's habit.
And he says, "Hey, Vom, now that my vision is clear and I'm not lusting after blood, I am realizing I'm hurting pretty badly. Anything you can do will be much appreciated. Now, let's find some kobolds." And Crom marches forward. Basically, he will just start walking forward until he can see a kobold, at which point he will throw the hand axe.
Okay, at that point, there you are able to see this kobold right here, so you can go ahead and roll that attack. Oh, goodness gracious. CBC, thank you so much for the 200 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 210 bits, which 420 for as far as we're concerned. Also nice. Also, Crom redeemed. Awesome. Lazy Gothy has redeemed an adrenaline surge for Crom, so this attack will be at advantage.
All right. I rolled an 18 on both dice, so thank you for that.
Very nice.
That's 24.
24.
Nope. Yes, a 24.
24 is most definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Right, here we go. And maximum damage.
Cool.
That is 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of damage. As you come around the corner, you see the kobolds. They kind of look up at you, and you just see the one go, what? Take it to the face, and down it goes. Anything else from you, Crom?
That'll do it for Crom.
All right. That is going to bring us to Lilith.
All right. I have not seen any of this, right?
You have not seen anything. You just heard echoing through the cave.
All right. But I did see him throw his axe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So, that being said, I move as far as I can, which is there.
Okay.
Towards the axe. Crom, did I hear you need heals?
That would be much appreciated, Lilith. I'm realizing now I'm quite bloody.
All right. With my, with my bonus action, I shall cast Healing Word on Crom.
All right. Bonus action healing word on Crom. Go ahead and roll that health.
That is 6 points.
6 points of healing to Crom. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you so much, my devilish purple friend.
Anything else from you, Lilith?
Can I still ready an action?
Yes. So the bonus action, readying an action takes your action, so you're good to go.
Great. Again, I am going to ready Ray of Frost for the. Hopefully, I see one.
Okay. Ray of Frost has been readied, bringing us to Lontiel. Oh, Lontiel, have we got you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty. Yep, you are up. Oh, we may have some connection issues going on here. Lontiel. There we go. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, you're able to get right up to him.
I'd like to make an attack here.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
All right. I will, with this one, use my inspiration.
Alrighty, using your inspiration, you have
Damage.
advantage on this attack.
Oh, lost the D4. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
22 is definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. That is 11 points of piercing damage.
11 points of piercing damage. As the first kobold goes down, this one looks at his fallen comrade and just and turns just in time to see you and has a moment of and yeah, you rush right into him and he is gone as well. Man, I hope that didn't peak too loudly on the microphone. Sorry there, guys. Anything else from you?
And that will finish my turn.
All right. This kobold is not liking the looks of everything, and it's gonna take a slingshot off at you, Crom, and a 22 is gonna do it, but that's only gonna be 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and he is actually going to attempt to run. So 5, 10, 15. He's gonna get here before Lilith's held action takes into effect. So Lilith, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
11.
An 11 is not going to do it.
Oh wait, can I use my? Oh no, I have to say I'm gonna use my bless before that, right?
Oh wait, no,
No, you have bless anyway.
just constantly
Oh
happens.
yeah, I didn't roll. What do I roll for bless?
An
4?
additional D4.
Makes it 13.
A 13 is enough to do it, so go ahead and roll that
Oh.
damage for me.
That is a clutch bless bomb.
That is a very clutch bless.
That is great on the bless. 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. All right, so it as this kobold starts running, it begins to slow, and it looks rough. And actually, one of its arms just falls off in the speed of its running. So it took 15 to get to there, and so it's got 15 feet of, or no, so it's only got 5 feet of movement left. So it's only going to get there. That's going to be the end of its turn. Vom, you are up.
Hearing that one of my companions is in need of healing, Crom, need you assistance still?
I could still use all the assistance you can muster, friend.
Fine. Then I shall leave this one to you. I cast Cure Wounds on Crom.
Alrighty.
That'll be an additional 6 points of healing for you.
Thank you very much, friend.
All right. Anything else from you, Vom?
I'm going to look menacingly at the kobold.
All right. It looks terrified. Crom, you are now up.
All right, seeing that kobold dash around the corner, I can only assume it has moved around to the other side. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can make it. So, Crom marches up to the kobold, this time readying his flail as he moves. And he would like to use his inspiration on this attack.
All right. Inspiration. And hey, an anonymous cheerer. Thank you for the 100 bits, which is now 200.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
That is a 20, a soft 20 to hit.
A soft 20 is going to hit. And you can roll damage. I'm going to tell you, it's got 1 health left.
Damage.
Alright. So as it slows, trying to shake off with its one good arm now, some of this frost that's on it, you come in with your flail and just smash its feet out from under it. It shatters into shards of ice, melting as it falls and continues to try and crawl away. You bash its skull in with your flail. And with the last kobold gone, you all feel the ground beneath your feet pulled away. And you find yourselves back at your sanctuary.
Ah,
You have now made it halfway through challenge rating 1/8 creatures.
oh my gosh, that's
All right.
Point.
At this time, before we do anything else, we are going to take a short intermission. We're going to take this time to let our players stretch their legs, get some water, use the restroom. We're going to take just a short 10-minute. Oh, and let me go ahead and pause the gold, raining gold there as well. We don't want that to run out during all this.
How much time is left on that raining gold, GM?
We got about less than 1 minute left on the raining gold.
Well, guys, you know what to do when we come back.
So
That's right.
Let it rain.
we will be right back to see how much farther they can get before these creatures take them down. We'll see you soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Okay, so I guess stuff happened while we were on our break. Anonymous sub or anonymous person, I'm trying to find you. Anonymous cheer, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we gotta let me get our chat thing going on here. And as far as I'm concerned, for the players here, we're going to have that count towards the oh wait, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna have that count towards the double of the Rain of Gold. So yeah, that's gonna be some pretty good stuff there. My chat is absolutely freaking out. I gotta try and get rid of some things here.
A lot of gifting going on in the break. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
We appreciate.
Yeah. So with the Rain of Gold, that's gonna be 2,000. 2,000 bits. That right there is 200 gold to you guys.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Sweet.
Thank you so very much. So, welcome back.
I'd say we switch it up a bit and just like all buy a horse or something.
I still need new armor. I need to.
Yeah, so really quick,
great.
before we get back into it, for those of you who are watching and this is the first time in, thank you so much for joining us in the Gauntlet here. If you are not currently following us, please give us a follow. You will note that we are at a safe place in this Gauntlet right now. We call these sanctuaries. It is a place where the players can take a short rest and be attacked by random dogs as well. It is a place where our players can take a short rest and keep pressing forward. And right now, they only get they get a sanctuary at the end of every challenge rating. And right now, because they got 25 followers back in the day, they get one halfway through. Our next goal right now is at 75 followers. Once we have 75 followers, they will get an additional sanctuary showing up in the Gauntlet. So it's a click of a button if you are enjoying our show. Give us a follow and help the people out here in the Gauntlet to get farther. Also, Lazy Gothy, thank you so much for the adrenaline surge. We will go ahead and have that played for the next attacker. Our players have taken a short rest and have recovered some health. Is there anything any of you would like to do before moving into the next segment of the Gauntlet?
Crom would like to thank his allies for being such trustworthy companions thus far.
Alrighty, a big old thank you, seriously, to all of our viewers, our followers, our subscribers, and just anyone who's here hanging out. We love you all, and we enjoy having you. All right, with that, I think it is time to dive in to the next room of the Gauntlet. So, having completed Kobolds, you now find your way in. Let me get these pages all set up. Oh, hey, Zagmeister, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Yeah, I'm not going to restart the clock on this until we start the next room. So this is all going to count towards it. All bits are doubled for the next pretty much 60 seconds. As soon as
now, DM, question.
Yes.
Seeing as we have reached the sanctuary and taken a short rest, is my bless still active? Because I've been counting the rounds.
It lasts a minute. Unfortunately, because you're able to take a short rest in here, the bless is now going to have been expended.
Very well.
And actually, we took a short rest, which is technically an hour. I believe that Lontil's beast shape is now gone.
Yes, but I recover beast shapes after a short rest.
So you're just good to go. All right.
It actually helps me very much.
You now find yourselves in an underground cavern where the ground feels as though it has been charred and had any sort of moisture pulled from it. To your right, you feel the heat of a river of lava that seems to be coursing through, though not entering, still here within the area. Around you, you can see ash has fallen and pools of blood have become are bubbling around as well. up ahead, you see 3 creatures, though bulbous in form, their faces hairless and scarred. These are manes, or manes, depending on who is... this is a small fiend, a demon.
Manes. We covered them a little while back in the bestiary.
You did indeed. All right, so coming to the top of the round, we are going to be looking at Crom the Crusher.
All right. Crom is feeling a little more collected after taking that short rest and healing, and his rage is pretty spent for the day. So he will just calmly move forward. Ooh, he can't quite make it as far as he needs to, so he will only move forward a few steps, draw a javelin, and hurl it at the right-hand Mane. Now, adrenaline surge?
Yes, you do have that adrenaline surge.
All right, thank you for the adrenaline surge. That is a 20 to hit, a soft 20.
A soft 20 is more than enough to hit this demon. Go ahead.
Here comes the javelin. Yes, that's a 5 plus 4 points of damage. That's 9.
So 9 points of damage hit this this creature from the abyss, and immediately it catches the javelin into its chest and falls to the ground in a pool. Actually, I believe it falls to an ash. It is
Also,
down.
Promise, remembering he did not roll for to recover his hand axe. That is a 12 to recover that from the last room.
12 to recover your hand axe. I'll say a 12 is enough, yeah.
Perfect. All right, we'll do a Crom.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Lilith. What would you like to do?
Right. This reminds me of my cousin's home. I do not like that there. Right. She'll move there, and thinking that frost may not work as well on something of fire. I don't know, but thinking it may not. I'm actually going to try my crossbow.
Okay.
Pull out my crossbow and aim it at this guy.
All right, go ahead and attack. Roll that attack.
Natural 20!
Nice!
Hey!
Alrighty,
Alright,
let's see that damage.
Alright. What is the... Okay. Oh my gosh! Again, 8! So, wait, no, 10.
All right, so
It's 10 points, so then doubled, it'd be 20.
now wait, hold on. So you only double the die.
Only doubled the die, so 16 plus 2, then 18.
All right, so 18. Yeah, no, that is definitely, as you walk towards thinking, maybe ice might not do very well, pulling out your crossbow, you take aim, and with a dead eye shot, catch it right between the eyes, as this one goes down as well. Anything else from you?
My orcish criticals to shame.
You're fine, Chrome.
Anything
Not
el-
everyone has a good day.
Anything else from you, Lilith?
Oh, I'm good. That
Alrighty.
was good. I will keep my I'll keep my bow out.
That is going to bring us to Lontil.
All right, seeing as we're having a bit of target practice, I would like to move 5, 10, 30 feet here
All right.
and attempt a long, delicate range attack with my spear.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 is going to do it. Let's see that damage.
All right. That is 3 points of piercing damage.
3 points of piercing damage. Very nice. As your spear goes forward into this this creature of the abyss, it takes it and looks up at you with with its rotting face. Did not seem to like that. Anything else from you?
Nope, I'm done.
All right. That is going to bring us to the Manes, who is Manes, not mayonnaise. That is going to he is going to lumber towards you, and you can see now that the long mitts that it has for hands, the flesh has fallen away to reveal claws underneath, and it is going to attempt a claw attack against you. That is going to be that is only going to be a 15 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's not going to do it. As it claws at you, you just lean out of the way, and it swings wide. That's going to be it for that. Vom, you are up.
All right, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to come up right next to it, and I'm going to drive my spear right through its fleshy guts.
Alrighty, let us see that attack.
22.
22 is going to hit. Let's go ahead and roll damage on that.
9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing damage. That is enough to bring this creature down to the ground in a pile of ash. It falls away. Anything else on the remainder of your turn?
I'm just going to kind of go, bleh.
Love it. As you do so, whoosh, the ground beneath your feet pulls away, and you find yourselves once again in the city streets. Ahead of you, you see 3 rather large dogs, mastiffs.
DM, I rolled a 9 to retrieve my spear.
A 9 to
I don't know if
retrieve.
it's going to do it.
Unfortunately, a 9 is not going to get your spear back. So it is gone for the remainder of this round of the gauntlet. It will come back when everything resets.
Another 13 for my recovery.
13, you are good.
14 for me.
14 for your crossbow bolt. All right, so for this on the crossbow bolt, I'm gonna need you to roll. Let me do this. So the crossbow bolts are a little bit harder to recover because they're so small. However, you are able to recover that one that you shot, so you're good to go.
Oh, fantastic. I have plenty anyway.
Okay, so with the mastiffs up and Vom having just gone, it's actually going to be Crom's turn.
All right. Just a quick second to measure here. All right. Can't quite make it to the dogs, so I will let the dogs come to me. I will pull out my battle axe and my shield, and I will hold an action for the first dog to come within melee range.
All right, the first mastiff to come within melee range is we'll see what happens. We'll actually see that pretty soon because, well, it's their turn. Emmy the Odd is asking if commoners are going to come after this as well. So this first mastiff runs right up to you. This is just a quick reminder to all of our audience that the creatures that are summoned in the gauntlet are all soulless beings with magical summons that have no souls. So don't worry, we're not killing dogs. Go ahead and take your held action.
Or goats, or camels, or...
Oh, that is very good. That is 23 to hit.
Oh, a 23 is definitely going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
All right, and with the battle axe. Nice. That is 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage as this dog comes bounding up to you, mouth open, tongue hanging out. With your battle axe, you just push right into its head, and it goes into the ground.
Sorry, pup.
The other 2 dogs did not seem to like that, and this one is going to rush up to you as well and take its attack. It is going to be a... nope, 14 is not going to do it. This other one is going to come up to you as well. And also with the 14, that's not going to do it at all. So that is then going to bring us to Lilith's turn.
All right. I shall move. All right, just measuring. Yeah. Okay. I shall move right here. And still have my crossbow out, and it did really good last time. So I'm gonna aim at that guy.
Alrighty.
Not gonna do as good this time. That was a 10.
A 10. Unfortunately, a 10 is not going to hit the Mastiff as your bolt goes wide into the building across the way. Anything else from you, Lilith?
Yes, I would like to store my crossbow. Or,
Okay. Alright, I'll allow that. That is then going to bring us to Lontil.
Alright. Time to enter the fray once more. Use take my full movement up to this Mastiff on the right. I will draw my scimitar from the scabbard on my hip here, and I will make an overhead slashing attack at this Mastiff.
All right, let's see that attack.
Oh, almost a natural 20. It's still a 16 to hit.
Wait, hold on. It was a natural 20, but still a 16 to hit?
No, almost a natural 20.
Ah, gotcha. 16. Yeah, no, that'll do it. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 6 points of slashing damage.
6 points of slashing damage. Once again, more than enough to take this pup down. Also, thank you to Manic Pixie Travel for redeeming an adrenaline surge for Lilith.
Thank you, Manic.
Anything else from you, Lontiel?
Nope.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Vom.
Vom Stigabashi feels no qualms about executing these adorable, large, floppy pups. And so he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to try and run it through with his spear.
Alrighty, let's see that attack.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Somewhere deep down inside, there's a pang of emotion, and you're not sure where that ever came from, and it confuses Vom for a second. And in that moment, your spear goes wide. Anything else from you?
Oh, I really want to use that last bonus action attack, but I shouldn't use it on a dog. So, no.
Alrighty. Bringing us to the top of the round with Crom. Fess says, Vom secretly loves puppos.
It is now canon.
There is no room for hesitation in the gauntlet. And Crom would like to just immediately turn and swing the battle axe into the remaining Mastiff.
Alright, go ahead.
That is very good again. 24 to hit.
24 hits, roll that damage.
Not so great on the damage, but still in 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Crom is the destroyer of doggos. As this Mastiff goes down as well. Crom, anything left on your turn before the ground comes out from under you?
That will do it for Crom.
All right. In that sudden whoosh of air rushing past you, the ground of the city disappears, and there's a sudden splash as you drop down into the waters below. As you are swimming, you see ahead of you 2 merfolk among the seaweed. Let's see here. And they are going to be right here. So with that, Lilith, you are up.
Yes, wanted to let you know I rolled an 8 for my crossbow bolt, so I'm assuming that...
That one is gone.
Yeah, that was my assumption. Okay. Water, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a creature of fire and ice. So, water's kind of like ice? Yeah, sure. I shall attempt to swim. That is not my forte. I think I could get there.
Alrighty.
And I will throw frost at it.
Alright, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
At advantage, or?
Yes, you do have an adrenaline surge that has been given to you.
Oh, thank God for that. First one was a 12. And second one was a 15.
15 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me on that.
Thank you, Manic Pixie. Ooh, 8 points of damage. I like this die. 8
points of damage to this merfolk as the ray of frost goes through the water. You can see it crystallize all around. It almost looks like lightning under the water as it leaves that trail. It hits the merfolk, and the line of ice that you created falls down into the depths. But you did a pretty nasty hit onto that merfolk. Anything else from you?
I am good.
Alrighty. With that, it is going to be the merfolk's turn. This one is going to... with its movement speed halved, it is still more than enough to get to you. And it is going to attack you with the spear that it is holding, and that is going to be a 12 to hit, which unfortunately is not... Well, fortunately for you, unfortunately for it, is not going to do it. This one... 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30... is actually able to get all the way behind you, and is going to be flanking you. And that is going to be a... that's actually going to be a 15 to hit.
Oh, it just hits.
And that is going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Nope, that is... it is using this with its hands, so it actually gets to deal more damage than that. Oh, don't worry, I rolled worse on that. 1 point of piercing damage.
Wait, so just 1 or 6?
1.
Okay. I'm fine.
And as this is happening, you see 2 more merfolk begin to move towards you. This one here on the right is going to come all the way around and is going to take an attack at you. And that is going to be a 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And that is going to be 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay. What shall be
This one is going to stay here and is going to throw one of their spears at you, and that is going to be a 15 to hit.
Yes, it hits. I
And
am squishy.
That is going to be 2 points of piercing damage. As this sudden swarm of merfolk rush Lilith and really go at them with their spears. That is going to be the end of their turn. That will then bring us to Lontil.
All right. Feeling at home in the water, like my alligator ancestors, I would like to use my full swim speed of 30 feet to go here. And I would like to attempt to assist my friend from being assaulted by these fish-like assailants, whirling my scimitar in a circular motion, using the kelp and the seaweed around me as it snaps out and attempts to grab around its waist with my Thorn Whip cantrip.
All right, Thorn Whip coming at the merfolk. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
That's cocked. That's a good. Definitely worse. That is going to be a 12 to hit.
12 just hits. Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
Excellent. That's going to be 2 points of piercing damage.
2 points of piercing damage, and this merfolk is pulled towards you. Anything else from you, Lontil?
Yes, I've already cast my contract. Never mind. I'm finished.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Vom.
Right, well, I'm in the kind of position where I've used all my spells and I'm up into my neck in water, and so all I can really do is, like, paddle 5 feet to my left, and I'm going to try and jam my spear through the back of this fishy fella that is attacking Lilith.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll that attack on advantage because of that wonderful, wonderful flanking.
Huzzah! 2 18s. So that will be 23.
23 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage to this merfolk. That is not happy with that. Anything else from you, Vom?
Ooh. Yes, I'm going to expend my last War Priest action to hopefully finish him off with a bonus attack.
Alrighty, let's see it.
Stabby stab. That'll be another 23.
Another 23. Well done. Actually, let me double check something really quick. This is with a spear, correct?
Correct.
Alright, you're good. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage on that.
8 points of piercing damage.
Points of piercing damage with your old 1-2-1-2 with the spear.
Stab.
It is able to go down as the corpse of this merfolk sinks into the depths below. Anything else from you, Vom?
That is literally everything I can do.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to Crom.
All right. Crom is not very nimble under the water, so he's going to swim as far as he can, pull out his javelin, and as he pulls up next to Lilith, he's going to say, "Lilith, I think you're confused. I'm the one that's supposed to be in the middle of the fray." And then he's going to recklessly attack the merfolk in front of him.
Alright, let's see that attack.
Good thing that is reckless. That is a 16 to hit.
A 16 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
And that is 9 points of piercing damage. with the
9 points of piercing damage to this merfolk as well with your javelin. It too falls to the depths below. Anything else from you, Vom? Crom.
That will do it for Crom, the Crusher.
Can I just say really quickly, we've got Crom and Vom, and we've got Lilith and Lonteal. You guys hate me.
It's like making life difficult, GM.
With that being said, Lilith, you are up.
Turn to Chrome. Thank you for the assist. Much appreciated. I know I should not be in the fray. Definitely know it now. And with that, I will cast Frost on the one coming towards us.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
17.
17 will hit. Let's see that damage.
4 points of damage.
4 points of frost damage as once again the ice begins to solidify over this merfolk. It doesn't seem to have done more than it was not much, but it was something. Anything else from you?
I shall pull out my rapier in case it comes close.
Alrighty. That is then going to bring us to the merfolk, and indeed, this one actually... No, this one's seeing its friend in trouble. Oh, but you have slowed its movement. So yes, it is going to be coming to you, and is going to attempt to attack you with its spear, which is going to be a 14 to hit, which is just your armor class. So that is going to be 4 points of piercing damage to you, Lilith. And Lonteal, the one attacking you, is going to attempt the same. And that is going to be an 18 to hit you.
That'll hit.
And that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage from this one's spear.
Ouch. Ow.
We start to find the tipping point of where this is going to become harder again. That is it for the merfolks. Lonteal, you are up.
It's always the underwater levels.
It's always the underwater levels.
Not a fan of
Seeing-
water.
Seeing the blood in the water,
Underwater friends.
I would like to, as a bonus action, reach out and gesture towards my tiefling friend and cast Healing Word.
All right. Go ahead and roll that health for me.
So that will be an additional 4 points of healing to my lovely purple friend.
Very nice. So 4 health back to you, Lilith.
I appreciate Lonto.
And in the same motion, I would like to slash sideways at the fishy fucker in front of me.
Alrighty. So as with your sword in hand, you reach forward and let go for a minute and let it just float for a second in the water, casting your healing word, re-gripping the blade and cutting through. Let's go ahead and see that attack.
That will be a 7 to hit.
A 7. Unfortunately, as you grip the blade, you misgrab it, and you have to, in order to not lose your blade to the depths, you have to re-grab it, and no attack actually happens. Anything else from you, Lonteal?
Nope.
All right, that is going to bring us to Vom.
Right. Oh, I'm going to paddle my way over, and I'm going to hopefully be able to do a little bit more spearfishing.
Alrighty.
Ooh, not good. 12
On advantage?
on advantage.
Yes, on advantage. Well, I was. Oh, sorry. I thought you were rolling
was on
advantage.
advantage.
A 12 is going to hit. So go ahead and roll damage. Yeah, no, they're.
Good.
Yeah.
Just as squishy as Lilith, if not more.
Well, I rolled max damage, 9 piercing.
9 points of piercing damage is
Crom loves max damage.
exactly what you needed to send that merfolk down to join its brethren as they feed the bottom feeders.
So tempted to name my next D&D character, probably a barbarian, max damage.
All right. Anything else from you, Vom?
I'm going to use the remaining 5 feet of my movement to go here.
All right. So with that,
Sent Vom.
Crom, you are up.
Alright, Crom, seeing how effective his last attack was, and seeing that he is now in a position to flank, will swim forward just 5 more feet, and will stab with the javelin once again. Wow! On advantage, that was still a natural 1 and a 4.
Wow. Even with the 4, what's that going to be?
That will be a 10 to hit.
All right, no, that is just not enough to do it. This underwater bit is just, you're not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
Anything else from you, Crom?
Crumb would again like to just spit, except the spit just goes into the water and sits there.
As you spit, you open your mouth and water rushes in. Man, I might actually have to start for some of these underwater levels having you guys holding your breath. Ooh.
I'm fine.
Crumb
I'm
been holding
fine.
breath for a very long time.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, that is then going to bring us to Lilith. You are up.
All right, with my rapier in hand, I stab at the mer person.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack for me.
13.
13 is enough to hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that.
Come on, Lilith.
Oh, come on. No! First time I did terrible. 4.
4. All right, so you're starting to get the hang of this whole underwater thing, realizing that your rapier is actually well suited for this sort of combat. But you're still not able to hit those vital spots. The merfolk is still standing. Anything else from you?
No.
All right. Hey, Benjamin, thank you so much for gifting the sub. All right. With that, that's actually going to bring us to the merfolk, which is going to attempt to attack you, Lilith. And that is going to be a 12 to hit, so that's actually not going to do it.
This merfolk hates you, Lilith. What did you do?
I am a creature of ice and fire.
That is then
We
going
are
to
not
bring us to
friends.
Lonteal.
All right. Swim. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Oh, this poor thing is
I'm
surrounded.
surrounded.
And I will take this time a thrusting scimitar attack at this creature here. First one's a 10. Second one is better. That's a 15 to hit.
15 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points of piercing damage is enough for this merfolk to stop swimming. It could not keep swimming. And it falls. Anything left from you, Lonteal, as before we change?
Yes, as a bonus action, I would like to once more bring my hands and my shield in front of me. You see the glyph of the growing spider almost come lifelike as I into a giant spider of my own as I beast shape once more.
All right, beast shaping into a giant spider, and suddenly you hear the rush of water against your ears, and you find yourselves landing again on a wooden floor, where you seem to be in a room of mechanics and machinery, and you see 3 creatures that appear to be made of clockwork. 2 off to the left working on some large contraption. 1 to the right that is tinkering on some table. They all look up and see you as you enter. And with that, we are going to end today's episode of The Gauntlet. So
But I wanted to stab it in the ball.
I wanted to freeze them.
So, wow, you guys got very far today. That was amazing. Want to give a really big thank you to everyone who was participating today. All of those advantages were great. The Wheels of Chaos, I am already loving this, and
Oh, that was so fun.
oh, I
so
cannot
good.
wait to see more of them.
Love chaos.
So, yeah, no, that was amazing. Before we wrap things up, I do want to take a quick second to let all of our viewers know, that our team, we are already seeing them start to hit the end of their steam right now, and in order to get to another sanctuary, we have to get to 75 follows. If you aren't following us and watching and are enjoying this, we don't want to push this if you aren't liking it, but if you are enjoying this, please hit that follow button, and we do this every Friday. We will be back. In addition, you can gain inspiration points for watching our other shows. We have 2 painting shows, one that is going to happen tomorrow at 1 p.m. It will be Painting Party, and then Miniature Monday Live is now officially on Twitch. I'm so happy I don't have to switch over to YouTube anymore.
Yay!
Mondays at 1 o'clock, if you watch those shows, you will gain those points to spend here in the Gauntlet. Also, before we end, we actually had an announcement that we forgot at the very beginning. Vom, or James now, would you like to go ahead and take it away?
Yes, now I can be me. I don't actually sound like that.
What? No.
So if you are watching and you're into the whole D&D fantasy thing, you might have heard of a little work of fiction called The Lord of the Rings. Along with a cast of very, very talented people, tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I will be involved in a live reading of The Two Towers, which is one of my favorite works of fiction ever, alongside, as I say, a number of talented people, including one Henry Mortensen, the son of Viggo Mortensen, who played Aragorn in the films. So if you are interested, it will be live streamed on Facebook. And if you search The Two Towers live reading, I'm sure you'll be able to find us. We would sure love to have you there. We've been putting in a lot of time into the rehearsals. My wife is, as we speak, collecting a sword for me to use. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and it would be lovely if you are so inclined to have you there.
And also, just to make sure that everyone is able to see it, we will be sure to put a link to this on all of our social media. It'll pop up on our Facebook. Oh, hey, look at that. I believe our mod is putting a link in the chat here now. I can't tell if...
Thank you, Ben. Very kind of you, saving me a lot of work.
Looks like it might have gone a little weird. I'm not sure. But just in case, we will also make sure that it is on all of our socials. We'll post it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So, you can follow us. We're on all the socials. The links are in the description below, and we'll make sure that you can all see this. Oh, good. Zagmeister says it works.
Discord.
Oh, yes. And also, it'll be in our Discord. If you are enjoying hanging out with us and would like to hang out with us when we are not on a show, we have a Discord server for all of our fans. You can find the link to that below the video here as well. Now, normally on our Discord, we would actually have a post-show hangout where we would talk strategy and whatnot. However, today I've been having a lot of fun, and a good friend of ours is actually running a stream of their own over at the Dragons and Things network. So we are going to do our first ever raid. We've never raided someone before. And if you want to see some people play more D&D, if you're not, haven't had that fix tonight, join us in the raid. And in addition to this, joining in the raid, you'll get inspiration points for being a part of it. So, the more you do on our channel, even if we're going to other people's channels, you get points. So let me, hold on, let me make sure I know how to do this. Okay, there we go. I got it working out. Yeah, so we're going to raid this channel. Stick around with us. We're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for joining us. Let me see. Yeah, it's going to start in 3 seconds. We'll see you next week, Friday, for the Gauntlet.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
all.